Hello students, welcome. I hope all of you are okay now. And here we are now in this video with the new topic, laws of exponents for real numbers. Okay, so let us see that what are the contents in this topic here, and then we will enjoy the solving also the questions based on the laws of exponents. Okay, very good. Let us see here. First few basic things we will try to understand. Okay, so if I write in general, if I am writing here, say that x raised to power m. So what is the meaning of this? So x, here x what is called? It is called the base, and this m is called the exponent. Right? So base and exponent. This exponent we have to write slightly up, and this base we can write little big inside. So it will be clear that what is the base and what is the exponent. Okay. Now few simple things also we will see here. Then we will come to the laws of exponent. Okay. Now base and exponent or power also we are saying, or power. Or indices also we say. So exponent, this is well we can understand that exponent means what is here. Okay, so let us take one example to understand that. Suppose I write here 2 raised to power 3. We can read in this way, 2 raised to the power 3. Okay, then what is the meaning of this here? That as much as is the power given here, say that 3, that many times will multiply 2. Okay, so 2 raised to the power 3. 2 raised to the power 3, we can write here as 2 into 2 into 2. Okay, I hope no problem is there in the reading. 2 raised to the power 3. We read it in this way, and the meaning of this 2 raised to the power 3 is 2 into 2 into 2, and when we get the product, this product is equal to 8. Okay, clear to you? Shall we take another example also? I hope you have the answer for this. Okay, let us say here 3 raised to power 5. What is the meaning of this 3 raised to power 5? Yes, you are correct. We multiply here 3 for how many times? 5. 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3. And this gives here, multiply here, this when 2 3s we multiply 9, here also 9, 81, and then we get here, total product is 243. Okay, clear to you? So 3 raised to the power 5, 2 raised to the power 3. What is the meaning? What is the sense here? We understand in this way. Clear to you? Okay. Now let us come to some important, as the topic is here, laws of exponent. That which are the laws, which are the rules, we can say, by which we are able to solve the questions based on this base and exponent when it is given, the number is given in that form. Okay, clear to you? So let us come to see this some laws. Okay, now here if I write here laws, say that first law is here, x raised to the power m into x raised to the power n. Okay, what are same here? Two bases, x and x, but powers are different. Okay, powers are different here. Then what this law gives here? as equal to x raised to power m plus n. Both the powers are added. So we remember simply in the mind that if the bases are same, then powers are added. So whenever, suppose we take the question there, so that time we have to observe that if two bases are same, or as many the numbers are given, the bases are same, we can add the powers. Okay, sum of the powers we show here as an exponent. Clear to you? Okay. Now second law is here. Or before going to second law, if I take some example here, that I hope it will be clear to you. For example, say that, if I write here 2 raised to power 3 into 2 raised to power 5. Okay, both the bases are same here. So, what will be the result here? 2 raised to power 3 plus 5. And we can write here 2 raised to power 8. And just we have the meaning that 2 raised to power 8 means 2 into 2 into 2. How many times? 8 times. Okay, clear to you? Okay. Now second law. Just I will explain that with the example also, then it will be clear to you. Second, x raised to power m into y raised to power m. What is same here? Powers are same. And what is different? Bases are different here. Okay? So in this case we write here x into y whole to the power m. Clear to you? We multiply both bases and then powers we write only once. For example, we can take one example, that 2 raised to power 3 into 3 raised to power 3. Okay? 2 raised to power 3 and 2 raised to power 3 and 3 raised to power 3. What we get here? 2 into 3 whole to the power 3. Means here we multiply 2 into 3, 6 raised to the power 3. So we get here the result is 6 raised to power 3. Clear to you? Okay, good. Now third law. Third law tells here that if x raised to power m divided by x raised to power n, okay, bases are same here, then we get the result here in the form x raised to power m minus n. Okay, x raised to power m minus n. Means there is difference of the power, both the powers. So this we can take here example. Let us take one example here. That 2 raised to power 8 divided by 2 raised to power 3. Then what will be the result here? 2 raised to power 8 minus 3. Or we get here in the form 2 raised to power 8 minus 3 gives 5. 2 raised to power 5. If you want to simplify, you can multiply for 5 times 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 5 times, and then we can write the product here. Okay. So if you understand this form, how we are getting it, it is not difficult to simplify it. Okay. Clear to you? Very good. Now next law. These are simple laws, but they are important. I told you they are very meaningful, and without that we are unable to solve the questions without the help of the laws. Okay. Next, x raised to power m whole to the power n is equal to x raised to power m into n. We multiply both the powers here. Okay. So This we can take an example. Let us take here one example. Many examples we can frame, but just to understand, I am taking one example here. That will be clear to you. 2 raised to power 3 whole to the power 4. What will be the result here? Yes, we can tell now. 2 raised to power 3 into 4. Or we can write here 2 raised to power 12. Clear to you, children? No doubt? Yes. Okay, good. Now next law here. Number 5 law is that if x raised to power minus m, x raised to power minus m, then what we get here? 1 upon this power we can make positive by taking it in denominator. Means here we can write 1 upon x raised to power m. Vice versa, both are correct here. If from this form to this form we can interchange it. Okay, how it is? Let us see. Here I am taking one example for this. Say that 2 raised to power minus 3. So what we can write here? 1 upon 2 raised to power 3. So we can go from this form to this form, either or from 1 upon 2 raised to power 3 to we can come to 2 raised to power minus 3. Okay? So vice versa, both sides we can change according to the need of question. Clear to you? Right. Now next, here, if any number is having the power as minus 1, x raised to the power minus 1, then we write here 1 upon x. That means 1 upon x raised to the power 1, right? Or this is equal to 1 upon x only. Okay, this we can take with the understand with the example here. Say that 2 raised to power minus 1. Yes, here the answer now 2 raised to power minus 1. What we can write? 1 upon 2 directly we can write, because this gives the meaning that 1 upon 2 raised to power 1 here, this 1. But 1, it is understood that every number has power 1. Okay, so therefore we can ignore it. 1 upon 2 we can write alone. Now 7th law is here for the experiment, that x raised to power 0 is equal to 1. Any number whose power is equal to 0 gives the meaning here that it is equal to 1. So if I say that 2 raised to power 0, then this is equal to 1. Or if I say 99 raised to power 0, then also it is equal to 1. So any number with the base and power 0, the value of that number is equal to 1. Clear to you? Okay, very good. So all these laws should be there in the mind, children. And it is very simple. Technically, you can remember that when the bases are same, when the bases are different. When bases are same and instead of multiplication, division is here, what is the result here? Then if a number written with the power and one more power is there outside the bracket, we multiply it here. Then power with the negative sign changes in this form here, 1 upon x raised to power n. Power 1 with the negative sign we write in the form 1 upon x. And if any number is having the power as 0, then its value is equal to 1. Okay? Understood, children? I hope no doubt is there. It is clear to you. Okay? Now we will take some questions also to understand that how do we apply these laws in solving the questions. I hope now all the laws are there in the mind and we can see some questions based on these laws. Now let us take this question here, given to simplify, that the way of writing also children we have to keep in mind. It is given for simplifying that problem. So here it is given that in the form 3 into within bracket a raised to power 4 b raised to power 3 whole to the power 10. Means this power 10 is of this bracket only. Okay, 10 is not the power of 3 because it is outside the bracket. Similarly, this 3 is not the power of 5, it is the power of a square and b square. That is why outside the bracket it is. So this concept should be clear to you. Okay, if bracket and the power is given, then that power is there for each term, each number here, what is inside the bracket. Okay, clear to you? Now we write here, since it is given to simplify, we write once again a raised to power 4 b raised to the power 3 whole to the power 10 into 5 a square b square whole to the power 3. Okay, so these two numbers 3 and 5, they are outside the bracket. So let us combine this one here, 3 into 5 by writing together. Now a raised to power 4 b raised to power 3. We write here once again a raised to power 4 b raised to the power 3 whole to the power 10 into. Children, this dot also we use for the multiplication. When the expression is given little longer, we can use the dot for the multiplication. Okay. Okay. Now a square b square whole to the power 3. Let us simplify this one. 3 into 5, this gives 15 into. This I told you earlier, this is the power which is outside the bracket. It is power of a raised to power 4 also and b raised to power 3. So by using the laws, again I am telling you, I am just giving the stress on that. Which law is here? That if a raised to power m whole to the power n, then it is equal to a raised to the power m into n. Okay. So a is the base here and these two are the powers. Or if you want, you can change this a with the x also, since a is already here. So x, and this also I am writing x. Okay. So by using this, we write here since a raised to power 4 into 10. I hope you can give the answer. A raised to power 4 into 10, that is 40. Yes, correct. Similarly, b raised to power 3 and outside power 10 is multiplied by 3. So here we get b raised to power 3 into 10, 3 into 10. This gives 30, b raised to power 30. Similarly, for this bracket let us continue. A raised to power 2 into 3. So a raised to power, it gives here 6, 2 3 is 6, and then b raised to power also 2 into 3, 6. I hope this is clear, children. This 4 into 10, that is 40, and 3 into 10, this is 30. Similarly, this 2 and 3 also we multiply, and 2 and 3 also we multiply here for b in the second bracket. Now, again, and by using the another law, okay, we can write here, if the bases are same, come to that law, if the bases are same and powers are different, then what we get? Yes, very good, correct here, we add the powers. So what we can write here? A raised to power 40 plus 6. Okay, 40 plus 6. Why? Because these two are the same here. A raised to power 40 and a raised to power 6. Bases are same. Similarly, here also we can write that b into b raised to power 30 plus 6. Many are the answer. Good. And which law is used here? We write here since, or by using law we can write x raised to power m into x raised to power n gives here x raised to power m plus n. M plus n. Okay. Now let us simplify this here. 15 as it is. Yes, tell here a raised to power 46 and b raised to power 36. So final answer we get in the form here 15 a raised to power 46, b raised to power 36. So we can write here as a answer. Hence required result is 15 a raised to power 46 and b raised to power 36, and we complete it. Okay, so I think no doubt is there in that. It is clear to you? Okay, clear to you? Very good. Shall we take another example also for understanding that more applications of laws? This is one of the questions of the book, so we can solve in this way, and I believe all of you understood. Now children, we are taking this another question. Given that if a equals to 3 and b equals to -2, then we have to find the value of a raised to power a plus b raised to power b. Interesting question. Of course, here second is a plus b within bracket whole to the power ab. Okay, these questions are means you will find interest in solving if all the laws are clear to you. Okay, and keep the laws in mind and apply them just in a playway method. You can solve the question. Okay, very good. Now we come to the first one here. A raised to power a plus b raised to power b. Value of a and b is given here. Value of a is 3 and b is equal to -2. So let us use this value. So what we can write? Yes, many are answered 3 raised to power 3 because a raised to power a and value of a is 3. Okay, good. Plus b. B is here -2 and its power also b means -2 raised to power -2. Got it? Okay. Now 3 raised to power 3, in the beginning we have discussed 3 raised to power 3 means we multiply 3 for 3 times. Okay, so this is the meaning here, 3 into 3 into 3 plus -2 raised to power -2 -2 raised to power -2. So here let us make this power positive by writing in the form 1 upon -2 raised to the power 2, because -2 is here, so it will become 2. Okay, good. Now just write here 3 into 3 into 3. How much we get here? 3 into 3 into 3. That is 27 plus 1 upon -2 whole to the power 2. -2 whole to the power 2 means -2 is multiplied for 2 times because power is 2 here. Okay, we have made it positive by taking this -2 in the denominator. So we write here 1 upon -2 into -2. Okay, and this -2 into -2 gives +4. Right? -2 2 times we are multiplying. minus 2 into minus 2. Okay, or we get here as a LCM. I hope it is clear the LCM concept. LCM is 4 here, and we multiply 4 7s are 28. 2 carry 4 2s are 8 and 2 10 plus 1, and then finally we get here 109 upon 4. So this will be result of this a raised to power a plus b raised to power b. Okay, clear to you? Shall we come to the second number here, if it is clear? Okay, right. Now second. This is also based on the same concept what we are using. That second number given here a plus b. If you understood the first one, I hope no problem is there in that. A plus b. What is the value of a here? 3. Okay. Plus sign here, and b value is minus 2. So let us change this bracket here. 3 plus minus 2 whole to the power ab. 3 into minus 2. Okay, or we write here, simplify the bracket. 3 plus into minus, this gives the minus 2, and whole to the power 3 into minus 2. Yes, it is minus 6. 3 2 is 6, and sign we put here minus, because 3 means plus 3 it is. So plus and minus when they multiply, the result is minus here. Okay, or we write here 3 minus 2, yes, 1, and 1 raised to power minus 6. 1 raised to power minus 6. Again we can use the law. Which law? You understand that 1 upon, we can make it positive, 1 raised to power 6. And as many power of 1 we write there, the result will be only 1. 1 raised to power 6 means 6 times we are multiplying 1 into 1 into 1 into 1 into 1 into 1. So this will be as a result only 1 upon 1, and this is equal to 1. Okay, clear to you? That how do we put the value, given values, we substitute that, and then we get the result here which is required. Okay, so in both cases we have used the given number, given values for a and b, and by substitution of that we have got the result. So now children, this one question we are taking, which is given to prove that x raised to power a within bracket upon x raised to power b whole to the power a square plus ab plus b square. A and b, two variables are used here in the first bracket. In second bracket, b and c, two variables we are using here as a power, and then we write here x raised to power b upon x raised to power c whole to the power b square plus bc plus c square. In third, we use another two variables as a power ca, and then we write here x raised to power c upon x raised to power a whole to the power c square plus ca plus a square, and then this we have to prove that it is equal to 1. Okay, so simple question, but when we come to prove the question, the answer is there in the question itself. Okay, this you are knowing, I hope many of you. Why? Because when we are proving that this type of statement, that two sides are there, LHS and RHS. What we do in this type of proof, that we take any one side and we prove it equal to the other side. Very simple. Either you take LHS and prove it equal to RHS, or you take RHS and prove it equal to LHS, or you take LHS and RHS together and then you prove it equal to the any third quantity. Okay, So let us apply one more thing we have to keep in mind, that longer side we take, and from longer to smaller or shorter side to reach it is easier. From one to get this form, it is little tedious job. So we take this side LHS and we prove it equal to RHS, means equal to 1. Got it? Okay. So we write here proof. And when we write proof, we have to mention here which side we are using. So we write LHS. Okay. And then once more we write here x raised to power a upon x raised to power b whole to the power a square plus ab plus b square into x raised to power b upon x raised to power c whole to the power b square plus bc plus c square into x raised to power c upon x raised to power a whole to the power c square plus ca plus a square. Okay, once we have written that, which side we are taking. Now let us go for simplifying this. We can use the law here. Which law? X raised to power m. Which law is used here? X raised to power m divided by x raised to power n is equal to x raised to power m minus n. Yes, very good. So we can mention here in the good student copy in notebook, the laws should be there written in the same step, in that particular step where that law is applied. It gives a good impression on the examiner. Okay, so just also carry this thing in mind. So we written here x raised to power a upon x raised to power b. How we can change here the form? Yes, x raised to power a minus b. Okay, and then a square plus ab plus b square. Okay, good. Now if for one bracket you written the form, for other two also it is very similar. So only variables powers change here. So next bracket is here in the form x raised to power b minus c. Okay, b square plus bc plus c square into x raised to power, yes, you have the answer now, c minus a whole to the power c square plus ca plus a square. Okay, now this is the law by which we have written this system. Now next step. Here again we apply one law. Which law? Yes. Which law is that? X raised to power m whole to the power n is equal to x raised to power mn. X raised to power mn. We can write here in the form. Let us write here x raised to power a minus b into a square. We are multiplying both the powers here. A square plus ab plus b square. Okay. Okay, good. Now since both the powers are we are multiplying, so we are using the bracket just to clear both the powers into x raised to power b minus c, x raised to power b minus c within bracket, and in another bracket we use for another power here b square plus bc plus c square. Okay, correct? Into x raised to power c minus a. This if one for one bracket it is clear to you, it is not difficult for other. We write c minus a, then c square plus ca plus a square. Yes, good. Now what we'll do? Yes, many answer right. This identity we learned in the lower classes, that if it is in the form a minus b, a square plus ab plus b square, which identity is used here? Yes, got it? Okay, good. So here since ab is used here, so I am taking any other two variables for writing the law there. So say that x and y I am taking there. So if I write here x cube minus y cube, and this is equal to, what is the law here? X minus y within bracket x square plus xy plus y square. So this only we are applying in writing the next step. So what shall we write? Just observe the form. X minus y, x square plus xy plus y square. So here we can write that it is in the form x cube minus y cube. So here the answer now, if it is with a and b, so what will be the product of these two brackets? The product of these two brackets is written in the form x cube minus y cube. So you can, yes, we got the answer now. X raised to power a, since a and b, in place of x and y this a and b used, so it is in the form a cube minus b cube. Okay. Now here in place of x, y, b and c we can replace, and therefore we get the form, what is it? X raised to power b cube minus c cube into x raised to power, the last this product we can write here, two variables c and a we can use for x and y in place of that. Yes, c cube minus a cube. Okay, I think no confusion here with the bracket. C cube minus a cube. Okay, c cube minus a cube. And this law we are using for that. So we can write here down to clear it. Okay, what we will do now? Again one law is there, laws of exponent. If the bases are same and powers are different, then we add the powers, and we use that law here for writing x raised to power a cube minus b cube plus b cube, all the powers we are adding. Let us write this little bit down, otherwise it will be confusing for that. We write here x raised to power a cube minus b cube plus b cube minus c cube plus c cube minus a cube. Right? Clear it is? All the powers we added, and you can notice here, you can observe that powers minus b cube and this b cube, minus and plus, so they both will be cancelled. Okay, minus b cube and plus b cube. Like this a cube and minus a cube is cancelled, and similarly with minus c cube and plus c cube, it will also give 0. So we get here x raised to power 0. Right, x raised to power 0, and this is equal to 1. X raised to power 0, 1. Again law is there that x raised to power 0 is equal to 1. We had discussed before, and this is our RHS. So we write here RHS. So we started with the RHS and then we reached to the RHS. Okay, so we can write here at last, hence proved. It is very important to write here at last, because this is our conclusion that yes, we have got the result, and then write at last, hence proved. Clear to you children? I hope it is clear. I believe all of you understood. And like this, many proofs we can make and we can prove also. Okay. So we apply the law. What is important here? We apply the laws according to the need of the question. Okay, good. Then we are taking another question. This is also given to prove that 1 upon 1 plus x raised to power a minus b plus 1 upon 1 plus x as a power b minus a equals to 1. Okay. So here also, as we discussed in the previous question, that we take any one side and we prove it equal to other side. So we take here in proof LHS. Let us write. I told you that we have to write and so that which side we are taking. So we write here 1 upon 1 plus x raised to power a minus b plus 1 upon 1 plus x b raised to power 1 upon 1 plus x raised to power a minus b plus 1 upon 1 plus x raised to power b minus a, as it is given there. Okay. Now many have this idea of what to write here. So 1 plus x raised to power a minus b. What we can change, how we can change, or what we can write this your mind, that x raised to power we can write here a upon x raised to power b. Be careful in writing this plus and this line you write just opposite here, plus because it should be clear. Next term we are writing 1 upon 1 plus x, 1 upon, this line you draw first, it will be clear to you, x raised to power b upon x raised to power a. Okay, because we know that when you know that what is the meaning of writing the steps. We can go from this step to the next year, and from this what we written just now, from here to the previous step also we can go. So that is why this sign of equal to we mark here. Okay, means all they are equal, only form is changed. Okay, this equal to sign means that over here. Okay. Now 1 upon, we take LCM first of denominator only. So draw a little bit small line here, line of division. X raised to power b, you are knowing how to take 1 means 1 upon 1 here. So we multiply this 1 into x raised to power b. So it gives x raised to power b plus x raised to power a. Okay, we are taking LCM here. By LCM we are simplifying. Plus, similarly next one you simplify, next term 1 plus x raised to power b upon x raised to power a. What is the LCM here? X raised to power a. Because here also 1 upon 1. So 1 into x raised to power a gives x raised to power a. Right? Then here in the numerator we get here x raised to power a plus x raised to power b. And we know that the denominator of this denominator will be written here, that by taking up in the numerator we write here equal to x raised to power b. The denominator of the denominator will go up and we write here x raised to power b upon x raised to power b plus x raised to power a. As it is we are writing. Similarly this x raised to power a also goes up. X raised to power a upon x raised to power a plus x raised to power b. This rule I think all of you are knowing, that if we are writing here suppose x whole upon. This is for example I am taking for example x upon this sign of equal to. It is very important that x upon we write here, say that c upon d for example. So this is simplified and written here, x into d upon c, right? So by using this same concept we are writing here, this what is upon, this will be multiplied by the numerator, that is 1. So this 1 we are not showing here because 1 into x raised to power b is same model. So therefore we write here only x raised to power b. Okay. Now you see just both the denominators are same. Why I am saying same? You know also reason, x raised to power b plus x raised to power a, and here x raised to power a plus x raised to power b. Only the order is changed, otherwise it is same. So we take again LCM and we write x raised to power b plus x raised to power a. And since both the denominators are same, so we add the numerators, x raised to power b plus x raised to power a. Okay? And both the numerator and denominators, if I use bracket for this, you can understand it clearly. Both are same, so we cancel here. And this is equal to 1. And we write here, this is RHS. And here we write at last, hence proved. I told you don't forget to write this. Okay? This completes our solution. So this is children, this is a simple example for proving that any statement LHS and RHS when that is given, how to show that both the sides are equal. Dear children, we will meet in the next video with the new concept, and we'll continue the same topic with the new questions and more questions. We'll see that the method of solving also, and then we'll clear the doubts also if any there. So see you till then. Okay, we'll meet in the next video.